You're not stuck. You're just living from your past life. The South Node shows exactly where you're repeating what your soul came here to evolve beyond. And in evolutionary astrology, the South Node of the moon is the soul's karmic memory bank. It represents patterns, habits, and emotional responses formed across lifetimes, survival strategies, identities, attachments, and roles that become deeply ingrained. This is where the soul is coming from. It's what the soul has already experienced, already mastered, already exhausted. It's the default setting and what feels natural even when it's no longer helpful. And here's the kicker. The South Node is usually where people feel comfortable. And why is that? Because the ego recognizes it. It's safe. It's familiar. But the evolutionary path demands more. The soul can't evolve by repeating what it already knows. The South Node shows where the soul is still identifying with old storylines, where it still finds meaning, validation, or control. And yet staying in that pattern can lead to stagnation, loss of vitality, and really just repeating painful dynamics. And now here's a nuance. This doesn't mean that the South Node is bad. In fact, it holds really deep wisdom. This is gifts and talents and strengths that have developed over lifetimes. It's not about rejecting it. It's about disidentifying from it. You honor your South Node by using it as a foundation, not as a destiny. So think of it as your karmic launch pad. You take the essence of what's useful and you let the rest burn in Pluto's fire. To fully understand the South Node in a chart, you want to look at the sign. This shows the karmic tone, the emotional imprint, and really the egoic structure. Then you want to look at the house. This reveals the area of life where the past life pattern is going to express itself. Then look at the ruler of the sign, and this is really crucial. The placement and the aspects of this planet tell the story behind the attachment, the emotional why. Now, often the ruler of the South Node will point to a karmic wound or repeated lesson the soul is still trying to complete. And if that ruler is in a hard aspect to the nodes of Pluto, you may be dealing with a skip step. This is a critical area of evolution that was bypassed in another life, and now in this life, it demands resolution. You came here to do it. The South Node can show the kinds of relationships that the soul keeps attracting. These could be lovers, parents, children, or teachers that are tied to unfinished business. And often these bonds feel fated, and that's because they are. So how do you work with it consciously? Well, first, by noticing when you're reacting, not responding from the karmic autopilot. Second, by using the skills and talents of the South Node in service to the North Node. The North Node is your soul's evolutionary edge. It's the direction of growth where your soul feels vulnerable, even afraid. But this is where the real expansion lies. Let's say your South Node is in Virgo, 6th house. You've been the worker, the analyst, the servant. You know how to organize, fix, and control. But the soul is evolving toward Pisces in the 12th house. And that's to let go, to surrender, to trust in the unknown. You don't throw away your Virgo gifts. You use them to support your journey toward the divine flow of Pisces. When you consciously alchemize the South Node, it becomes your fuel, not your cage. It's where your soul finds its tools, but not its identity. The South Node is your soul's karmic inheritance. But your evolution, that lives in the North Node, in what's familiar, in what scares the fuck out of you, and in what calls you forward. You're not here to stay the same. You're here to evolve. And the South Node is just the first clue. So have you been living in your South Node lately? I have for many years. Drop your placement in the comments. I'll tell you what your soul is ready to evolve beyond, or share the pattern that you're breaking. Your story might help someone else choose growth. Let's decode this karma together. And I will say I'm happily now moving toward my North Node and sharing these videos, sharing my knowledge of astrology, and really just creating a space where we can all share together. That's my Cancer North Node in the 9th house. So go north. But if you have questions, tell me about yourself. Satnam.